Bankers, what's going on? We are at the ultimate week of Buzzwords, pop culture 2025, and sports. Welcome to Thinking Game Trivia. I'm Quizmaster Jack. Here we are. I did a little bit of scouting for where I'm at in standings overall. I am in 40th right now, and I'm pretty sure I'm locked into 40th overall in pop culture in general. Unless the person behind me has a incredible amount to make up in their scores. I think I'm locked in 30. If I improve by 4 points, I could go up to 39. So with a target score of 107, that means I'm looking for a 110 to more than 110 in order to improve my ranking there. But the really interesting one is video games. I have locked up 7th at least, and could get anywhere if I have a amazing buzz. We're talking 20s, 19s, 18s, that range. I could get up to 4th. I think it's 4th. So I could just play it real loose to see if I can get up. I'm not in a position where I need to defend. So if I know it's a video game question, I might be able to take some risks on it. But I'm not going to buzz in if I don't know what the answer is or have an inclination of what the answer is. So that's where we're at. Just the positions don't matter. I'm not getting first in video games, so I couldn't three-peat. But let's just see what happens. It's fun to play trivia questions.
A song by this artist begins, "You fill up my senses like a night in the forest." In another song, this artist says, "She calls me," regarding a voice in the morning hour, and dubs West Virginia a mountain mama. For 10 points, name this country folk singer of Annie's song and Take Me Home Country.
Just John Denver? That's probably where I would get it. They didn't use pronouns, so I was kind of assuming that it was going to be a woman. Maybe they're just full on avoiding pronouns now. That's a way to go. The artist.
This sport was played at Golden Angeles University by Spencer James on the only scripted CW show not canceled in 2024. Finance manager Spencer Strasmore retired from this sport on a Dwayne Johnson show. All-American and Ballers center on, for 10 points.
Is it just...
What sport depicted in Friday Night Light?
Yeah, it was just football. Like, football was the only one that made sense, but it could have been... I haven't watched any of those shows. I would like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. I believe he played football at Miami, maybe? I forget what school, but I'm pretty sure he played college football, so it made sense, but I wasn't sure.
In 2022, users on this app began discussing a 1970s gangster film that does not exist called Goncharov. A group of users on this app called Super Wholock consisted of fans of Supernatural, Doctor Who, and Sherlock. For 10 points, what microblogging social media app has a lowercase t logo?
Oh, okay. Like, yeah, I've heard all of those things. Like, I've heard of Goncharov. I don't remember that it came from Tumblr. I guess Tumblr is an app. It's just a website. It's a website.
In this game, energy is represented by runes that may be drained to briefly fly. Austin Wintory composed the first ever...
I think that's Journey. All right. I did it. All right, 18. I said I needed 18 or more. That's gonna bump me up a fair amount. There's a lot of other people that have to play still, but all right. Using runes to jump. Scarf gets real long. I never played Journey. Austin Wintory. That's a name I've not heard in quite a while. But yeah, Journey is one of those like contemplative, no UI You're just a guy, or you're just a being walking through the desert, jumping. Your scarf gets long. I have no idea what sort of. And there was a thing where like they would just put other players in your game, and there was no communication, so you couldn't troll very hard. You could troll a little if you knew what you were doing. As that was a while ago, but I had an inkling, decided to go in early, and I got 18 points. Let's see where we'll figure out where that puts me. I'll give you a little update at where I'm at. I'm playing very early, by the way, because I'm moving.
A character in this film laments that an upcoming harvest would be the last crop of okra ever. At the end of this film, the protagonist finds that he is the ghost in the bookcase of his daughter Mer.
Yeah. Haven't seen Interstellar, but they're looking through the bookcase has become a meme.
In 2005, this man was told, "You don't even know what Ritalin is," by Tom Cruise. He replaced Bryant Gumbel in 1997 after being promoted from a news desk to serve as co-anchor with Katie Couric. In 2017...
Is that Matt Lauer? They really asked a question about Matt Lauer in the year 2025? Okay. I think I know what clues they were going to talk about right there.
This woman sang with Paul McCartney on a version of My Valentine for her 2025 duets album, The Secret of Life. A woo chorus from Boney M's Gotta Go Home is sampled in a 2010 club hit by Duck Sauce that repeats this woman's name. For 10 points, what singer starred as...
There's that song Barbara Streisand. I know nothing of that work, of that song, but that question was stuff Barbara Streisand has been doing in music since 2010 or 2010. Yeah, that song gets played a lot. Got that Barbara Streisand. I think that's a song.
A spin-off of this character's comic featured Wendy, the niece of Thelma, Velma, and Zelma. Stretch and Fatso are mischievous uncles of this character, who, like Richie Rich...
That's Casper the Friendly Ghost. I saw that movie. I feel like I saw that movie a lot. I don't know why. The live action one with Christina Ricci. But yeah. Fatso and Stretch, some real... They don't remember what their human names are, their corporeal names.
A disorienting tracking shot in this film follows Detective Arbogast falling down a staircase.
Arbogast,
Anthony Perkins was typecast after playing Norman, the owner of the Bates Motel where Marion Crane is stabbed to death in a shower in this film.
Yeah. Yeah, they said so much about Norman Bates. I thought I was trying to make the Jack the Ripper movie From Hell work, because I think Johnny Depp plays a detective that's also named like Arbogast or something. I'm gonna have to remember or look up. Editor Jack, help me out. What was the name of Johnny Depp's character in From Hell? Which made me probably lose 3 points on this psycho question because they said Anthony Perkins right after that clue. But I was stuck in From Hell. All right, 116. The prophecies are coming true.
Memories as this kind of performer plague the paralyzed dad in a 1999 Lee Hall play.
What?
A convincing transformation into this kind of performer ended the Foreign Man bit done by Andy Kaufman. People don rhinestone-studded jackets as, for 10 points, what kind of performer who might sing Hound Dog?
Oh. All right. Well, how about the clue of Quentin Tarantino appearing as an Elvis impersonator in Golden Girls? Where was that clue? Buzzword. I'll take 10 out of 10 in the last week, though. That's pretty sweet. A 126 is pretty choice as well. Got a lot of points on the video game question. I'm pretty happy. With that result. I'm going to go check some scores real quick, even though it's way too early for anything to matter. All right. I checked the tape. That that Journey Buzz put me in third. I am currently in third for cumulative video game points. I think there's a fair amount of people who haven't played yet, though. So, and some, if they just get it right, they'll get ahead of me. So, probably falling back down to sixth. But I think now sixth is the worst I can get. So first, sixth, not bad for 3 years as a 3-year run. Certainly in the conversation for best video game quizzer in the game. Anyway, now let's do something that I'm not so good at: sports. Living it, steering into these stereotypes.
This man won a race that finished under a yellow following Nolan Siegel's crash. This man passed Marcus Ericsson for good on lap 187 to win the 6th trophy for Chip Ganassi Racing and the first ever for a Spanish driver. For 10 points, name this winner of the 2025 Indianapolis 500.
I don't know. Yep. Did not have that.
This man played 3 injury-plagued seasons in Cleveland after he was swapped for Jim Clemens. He scored 36 points in a Game 7 win over the Lakers after a brief appearance by teammate Willis Reed. The Rolls-Royce backcourt was Earl Monroe and, for 10 points, what Knicks point guard called Clyde.
Oh, Clyde the Glide Drexler? Oh. You said Clyde. You gave me a first name, I gave you a last name. Drexler was literally the only thing I had there. Everybody else is making that same mistake, though, as you can see.
Timeouts were introduced to this sport's Super League for the first time in 2025. Star players of this sport include Courtney Bruce and Shamara Sterling Humphrey. There is no dribbling in, for 10 points. What backboardless basketball
It's netball. I had a feeling it might be netball, but I had no real knowledge there. It's like, oh, this is weird sports. Who out there can name anybody who plays netball? I just heard 2 names, and I still couldn't.
Playing against this team, Reggie Sanders charged the mound after being hit by a pitch to break up a perfect game. Moises Alou led this team in OPS Plus while it was managed by his father, Felipe. And MLB Best 74 games were won in the strike-shortened 1994 season by, for 10 points, what team in Canada?
It was the Expos. The best team in baseball in 1994.
This man played the most NFL games of anyone born in South Africa. This man...
Yep, I know all about that dude. Yep. I know where this question is going, and I answered it before it got there. You can't fool me, Buzzword. You can't trick me into reliving the past. Oh no, it's working. Oh no, I'm reliving. It's back to 98. Dirty Bird. It's all coming back. All right, let's answer other questions that aren't about the Vikings.
This word specifies an Olympic event whose 2024 victors were Deng Yawen and Jose Torres Gil. This word names the Olympic BMX discipline that's not racing and the Olympic wrestling discipline that's not Greco-Roman. For 10 points...
It's freestyle, isn't it? Yeah. Freestyle wrestling. Freestyle BMXing?
In 2024, this former lawyer made demands about lineup protection during a negotiation in Florida that Steve Cohen called one of the worst meetings he ever had. Juan Soto signed the largest sports contract ever while being represented by this man.
That's okay. Scott Boras is also another agent. I probably should have let that go, but they're obviously talking about an agent, and I don't like to think about agents in sports that much.
In 2022, Josh Giddey broke a record this man set a year earlier for the youngest NBA player with a triple-double. This man was named Rookie of the Year over Anthony Edwards in 2021. Surgeries curtailed the 2023 and 2025 seasons of, for 10 points, what Hornet the brother of LiAngelo and Lonzo.
Oh. So you'll just take Ball then.
A January 2025 game against Nashville made this player the third fastest to 300 wins after Andrei Vasilevsky and Jacques Plante. In 2025, he became the first player since Carey Price to win the Hart and Vezina trophies in the same year.
Okay,
For 10
so
points, what
goalie?
Winnipeg Jets goaltender is called Helly?
Hellebuck? I don't know. You tell me if you're going to take that or not. I don't know. I think they'll take that. Hellebuck? What I put is pretty close phonetically. I knew there was a Y in there. I just didn't know what. I wanted to kind of do Helly BYUK, but those Y's are too close together.
This player injured Park Zebley, a cameraman, after a 2022 game in Kansas City. This receiver caught passes from his former QB at Fresno State, Derek Carr.
It's Devontae Adams. It's the most famous player to... That was the whole thing about him going to the Raiders, is that Derek Carr was going to throw him passes, and now I don't think Derek Carr's throwing passes to anybody. All right. Well, all the fun was in pop culture, although I did get a highlight reel off of Gary Anderson because of my Vikings trauma. But hey, we're done with 2025. It was a lot of fun. I hope you had a lot of fun watching. It's been good. It's good to play trivia. Hoping this will be back next season. Haven't heard anything, but I also haven't really looked out for it. Yeah. It's just been a good time. Pretty good year for me. The world sucks, but things are going pretty well for me, which is a real blessing. I hope everything's going well for you. If you want to check out this game for yourself, go to naqt.com/buzzword and just keep an eye out to see if and when they start new games. And this channel will still be here if you want to relive some past glories. You can go, you can like this video, subscribe to the channel, do all that fun stuff. 2025 is over. If I see you again, it will be in a new place in 2026. It's not quite 2026 yet. It's 2025, but I just wanted to hop in as Future Jack. You rarely see Future Jack in video form, but here I am. And the lowdown is I ended up getting 4th in video games and 38th overall in pop culture. So not my most successful year, but boy, that Journey Buzz was a hell of a thing. In order to get up to 4th, that was pretty cool. That's all I have to say as Future Jack. Back to Past Jack to keep doing the thing that I always do at the end. Hope everybody had a good year and has an excellent end of the year and 2026 as well. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.